serpent called the devil and Satan was deceiving the whole world. He was cast out, and he was cast out into the world. I'm sorry, into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Right, and that's speaking on the war that's going to take place when Yahushua returns. Right now, he's being cast out through this word, but he's literally, when the Messiah returns, okay, he's going to be taken down, man. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, verse 10, it says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, in the kingdom of our power, and the power of his anointed, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down.
Right, and this speaks to the precept Esau is the end of the world. Esau is the accuser of the brethren who falls before we get our kingdom. You see, the accuser of our brethren is cast down, and that word accuser is categoreo. And through his pseudoscience, he's been able to place you in a category that the whole world has believed. They bought in. There's certain people who have saw nothing but negative. I mean, back in the day when you stayed home and you didn't go to school and you looked at what was on TV from 8 o'clock in the morning to around 3 in the afternoon, Jerry Springer.
Yep.
It's just complete reprobate show. You are not the father. They do a backflip. Yeah, they run all the way to McDonald's. Right. The camera following them. It's just complete reprobate. And so that is a part of that accusation. You know, the music. Because we say it's no more good music, but it really is. Because he knows as long as he can keep Judah in a downtrodden position, then the rest of the tribes will ultimately, never come together. Because Judah will be at the forefront of the Great Awakening. See that?
And I was going to say, just to add to that point, another reason why he accuses us and keeps us in the spotlight, the negative spotlight, is to hide himself from being the problem on the earth.
Yeah.
So he has to put somebody else in that position so everybody can have their eyes on, petty things. Oh, he robbed me this, he did this.
Right.
This and that, and this. While he's actually physically bombing people.
Yeah.
Overthrowing governments. Okay, putting poisons in your food. All right, taking your money before you even get it, taxing you to death. Jacob's not doing none of those things.
No. Exactly.
But he puts our deeds in the forefront, of the whole world to see. Now he's mad now that he's being exposed. Now the Most High is turning that same energy upon him. Right. And but we're not lying. This is true. Yeah. We don't have to fabricate and create a narrative to make Esau the wicked. He is the wicked. He's the wicked. All we're doing is just uncovering his deeds and saying, look at this. Look what he's doing. He's throwing nuclear waste in the ocean. Look what he did to this animal. He exterminated this animal. Look what his telecommunication still does to your body.
Transgender experiments on animals.
We didn't do that. All we did was the scripture also said that his tongue is falling upon himself. So he's in straits. He's really in trouble on all sides. And Most High also raised up these other nations to start. Joel the 3rd chapter, let the weak say I am strong. So he has the whole world coming against him. What is that? And that's in Joel the 20th chapter. The earth shall rise up against them, right? The earth, the heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The animals are rising up against him. Everything that the sun is beaming and scorching. Okay, but that's ultimately the spirit of Yahushua against this damn devil. Okay,
pretty much he's anti-human.
Yeah, he's
anti-everything. He's just anti.
Yep. He got that sword, that blessing of the sword to cut everybody from life.
Just like Putin, he warned the U.S. Today or yesterday. He said, bro, like, bomb Iran, bro, it's gonna be consequences. Like the Lord, pulling those.
They gonna do it though.
Yeah.
Because the Lord is already written in prophecy. Iran is gonna, hop up in there. But this man is the complete devil, man. And he's not gonna stop. He don't feel bad about what he's done. He has no remorse. He's not. He's talking about getting carbon out of the earth. Carbon is life. Yeah. The carbon he really wants to get rid of is you.
That's it. Yeah.
That's
what person wants carbon out of the earth? He's at war with life, like the apostle just said. He's anti-human. Human means what? Colored man. He's anti-Israelites, man. He's anti-life.
Got this sword cutting everything off.
He's crazy.
That's why they got these our robots pretty much
Right.
around now. And lo and behold, you know how they give you a date when they gonna release them?
Yeah.
That was due for 2025. They oh my nigga, it's coming out next month.
Well, he knows everybody's against him.
Yeah.
So that's going to help him because eventually, because he's outnumbered. At the end of the day, really, Esau's outnumbered, but he just has the blessing of the sword. He still has people under kind of like a delusion, but it's wearing off.
Yep.
So Elon is there to give the go-ahead for those robots because you think they're going to serve you drinks and be your maid. No, those robots are going to make war with you people, man.
You know, the drugs are wearing off.
Yeah.
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 You know, hey, that movie, They Live.
Yeah.
You know, the ending, towards the ending, was that movie? Yeah, 2025.
Mm.
I believe it was, they said that, you know, by 2025,
Oh, shit.
I believe there was that movie,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken.
It's if I may just right quick, this is on the AI overview. It says
AI is another aspect of his tongue.
Yeah.
For real.
AI breaks it down.
Yeah.
You know, at first I was kind of, like, nah, I'm not fucking with it. But it's like, if I'm using Google, go ahead.
Yeah, and also when war is nearing, and we all know the U.S. been in war ever since pretty much the inception, damn near. Only 40 years has ever been peace here. So for the most part, anytime there's war, guess what? It's always competition.
Well, it wasn't necessarily peace. The 40 years they weren't at war, they were experimenting on people.
Oh yeah, that's
They
true.
were still waging all kind of psychological, all type of scientific war on people too.
Yeah.
It was never Esau was never at peace.
Yeah.
But out of the 250 years that Esau has been in rulership through Babylon, only about 90.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they've been at war like 95% of the time. But the 5%, they were still waging war, but it was just in another way.
And Salaki, I think it's actually less than the whole so-called 40 years. They said it's anywhere between 17 to 29 years. The niggas can't stand shit.
Yeah.
Esau's a badass child.
And the brother, we talking, he just sent me the clip in the movie They Live. The scene where he spoke about 2025.
25. Wow.
Yep.
Man.
And the movie it was an iRobot, bro.
Oh yeah.
That was, bro, 21 years ago? Them niggas let you know, hey, bro, this is going to happen. This is going
Everything
to be
in that
reality.
movie is like here.
And they turned the robots turned on them. It was there to as your helper. You know what I mean? But then they got turned on.
Yeah.
And that's basically what's gonna happen again.
Yeah.
Right? And those things are gonna be you gonna bring it in your house. That motherfucker gonna come in there. And it's gonna be spying on you.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be right. It's gonna be getting all the data that's going on.
Alexa doing it now.
Yeah. Yeah. So they've already placed the system. The system's being rolled out to you gradually. Okay. The system is being rolled out to you gradually, like the elder was saying. Alexa, that's part of it because Alexa's now gonna have a body now.
Yeah.
And it's gonna move, and it can grab you a beer.
Yep.
And it can be a sex robot.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So you see, it was in
A human coochie.
yeah.
A robot with a human coochie.
Damn, trash.
Go ahead.
Nah.
So you can't send it after that shit.
Wow.
Well, real quick, you got the meaning of the word Alexa.
Yeah, this is from the AI overview. The name Alexa is a short-term form of Alexandra, which itself comes from the Greek name Alexandros, meaning defender of man or protector of men.
See?
All that shit's gonna be fed into AI. They gonna have AI robot LeBron. It's gonna be better.
It's gonna be way better.
Yep.
So they don't need you, Jakes. This is to defend them.
Yeah.
Because they can turn their technology against you.
Right.
And how you gonna beat up AI? How you gonna beat up a robot?
How you gonna compete? You gonna have to merge or live a normal life. You're gonna be so far behind. But you can finish your point.
Okay,
I know
yeah.
Mafia had one.
Yep. This is Well, I was gonna say this is why the Lord is gonna give His men spiritual power.
Yeah, we don't need it.
You see what I'm saying? Because we gonna be going against shit like that, newly created beast type shit. Robots. Okay, that's gonna Esau going because Esau not just gonna roll. You think he gonna roll in with just regular soldiers?
Nah.
Nah, he's preparing to roll in on some fucking X-Men type shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
A regular
them Gurkha
soldier may
troops.
say, I can't kill my own people.
There you go.
He may eventually have emotions. The robot don't got no damn emotions.
Yep, let me finish in Revelation 12:10. It says, "For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. Okay, so basically, at the end of the day, the ending of the story, right? Jacob wins.
Yes, right.
Okay, throughout all this deception and the persecution, the accusations, okay, the imprisonments, okay, the deaths of the saints. At the end of the day, the remnant, they overcome. It said they overcome by the blood of Yahushua. Okay, that was the sacrifice. And by the word of their testimony, which we're in the spirit of Yahushua. So as long as we stay in the spirit of Yahushua, that's going to be our hedge. Not the fringes, not boasted in the fringes. The fringes are not going to be a hedge. The different, you bought 2 yards of fringe. That's going to get, you know what I mean? The AI going to be red, the green, and the yellow list.
Yep.
Esau is taking note of all this. So when he rolls, remember the scriptures say that he knoweth that he has but a short time. What does that mean?
Yeah, what is that? I've been
You see what I'm saying?
on that lately. Like,
Because he knows, just like Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Pharaoh was told what's going to happen. And he was being plagued in the mind. He believes he doesn't believe. He believes he doesn't believe. So it's the same thing with these wicked elites. They know, because at the end of the day, prophecy is still happening.
Right.
So we don't have to convince you. Prophecy is going to convince you. And as we get closer, it's only going to manifest even greater. Okay? The Most High is going to be doing greater, because Esau is not in control, and he knows that. The Most High shows him that we might not see everything.
In man, it is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes.
See, because Jake don't see all the power Esau got, and just like David and Goliath, no one would have thought David could have won. But what did he do? He trusted in his rock.
Right.
The rock symbolizes Yahweh Shai, and it's a small stone in the eyes of the people, but it's really big. And whoever want to get it can get it. This is Isaiah 31:3 in the GNT. It says, the Egyptians are not gods. They are only human. Their horses are not supernatural. When the Lord acts, the strong nation will crumble, and the weak nations it helped will fall. Both of them will be destroyed. So you're looking at this man thing on the right hand power, man.
Right.
Now it is a power. Don't get it twisted. It was made. The Lord gave this man this power. When you read in Revelation, it said it was given unto him to make war with the saints. It was given unto him. This fulfills the blessing that Isaac gave to Esau with the fatness of the earth.
That are above, like I say, Pharaoh, what did he do to them? He brought him down to as low as eating grass, Nebuchadnezzar. All right, and that's the same thing when we see. This is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Look what he did to those different empires. All right, and this is what he's going to bring forth. Because now you look now, this is just one big spiritual melting pot. Sodom, Egypt, Assyria. All this is in one.
Yep. The Greco-Roman Empire. All these wicked demonic societies, Nineveh, all in one. And it looks so to the untrained spiritual eye, it looks impossible.
Right.
Which it is impossible to the untrained spiritual eye, the carnal man. But we know that this is actually going to be a flawless victory.
That's right.
We know that the Most High set up Esau. The power that was given to Esau was given to him by the Heavenly Father. He who now letteth will let till he be taken out of the way. So these individuals, these especially like our people, they're saying, well, how's there power in this Hebrew? How's there power in the name Yahweh and Yahweh? Look at Esau. He has power. I see power.
Look at y'all shoes. Y'all ain't even got enough money to get a big shit pair of shoes. That's how niggas say.
Yep.
Yeah.
They can come. Esau can come and literally grab you up, lock your ass up. That's power. So they equate that with him having ultimate power down here on earth. And he's going to exercise that. Look what he did with the whole C-19. He pretty much shut down the whole world, man.
Yeah.
What other nation was able to do that? You think the Chinese could say, "Hey, look, y'all need to close down your stores. Y'all need to quarantine.
Right.
You need to shut it down." Nah, he exercised that power.
Yep.
So it's a big flex. So when he brings in his system, it's going to be a big flex. But we know that ultimately, what he's going to fall. He's going to lose. That's every great story. It looks like the enemy, the antagonist, is going to win. until the height of the story, he falls, and it's a crazy fall at that.
That's right. Yep, that's right.
Yeah, I have a piece of it. You got it.
I got one real quick. 2 Corinthians 4:18. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen.
Yep.
For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
You gotta have faith to have that.
Yeah,
that's
that's
sight.
faith.
Yeah, that's faith. You know, because the things that we're seeing now, like we were just talking about Esau and his rulership, like it's no way he's gonna get knocked out of his seat. But we know through prophecy and the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, that we foresee it through prophecy that this man is gonna be taken down. As the Lord said, what is it, in 2 Ezra 13, that in 1 hour. In 2 Ezra 13 it talks about when the Lord coming with his great might. All right, and they're gonna still try to fight him.
Yep.
They're gonna see the power of the Lord. The Lord is gonna put the spirit on them to fight, but he's gonna do away to him within an hour.
1 hour.
1 hour.
All this great rich.
Well, we always trip out how, brothers, we go to our destinations and, the proud of Esau. Keep building up. Oh, we got these plans. Bro, the Lord is going to disrupt those plans here very soon. He's going to disrupt them in a very...
He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
What could you do with an elect that we're not taking any bribes, we don't love this world, we don't fear, we have faith. Faith is a weapon.
Yeah.
See, faith is really what's going to overcome this devil. Under the blood of Yahweh Shai is faith. The faith of the elect is going to really get us to victory. It said they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. That's tied to faith.
That's right.
So we don't look at what we see. Because if you look at what you see, you're going to believe. You ain't going to believe.
Right.
Especially when the carnal mindset, you gotta have a spiritual mindset. That's why the Bible says you have to be renewed in the spirit of your mind to see these things. You can't see it with an earthly mindset, You'll be defeated. You'll be through mentally.
Right.
That's why 2/3 gonna be put to death, because to believe it or not, the Lord's coming back with judgment. He gonna judge through the law. That's why we need Yahweh Shai.
That's why, yeah.
You see, he gonna come through judge through the law, bro. So yeah, the law. You're right. We can't keep it perfect, so therefore we need Yahweh Shai. And then 2/3 gonna get caught up. Why? Because they're not preparing for the Lord. The Lord is coming back for those who's preparing themselves.
Right. Even though
that's in
guys
Luke.
who boast in the law, they ain't gonna have the blood covered.
Right, see? Because they don't believe Yahweh Shai is, that make, damn, boy.
No need of
Boy,
position.
you set
Boy,
yourself up for that's and
Bro.
damn. Just imagine to be judged by the law.
Right.
Man, that's scary.
Say that they that broke Moses' law, the judge, without mercy, 2 or 3 witnesses.
Yep.
Well, it's always been, when you reflect back on it during Egypt, it's always been about the blood first.
Yep.
Because that's what actually, covered us, was the blood before the official law was given to Israel. It was the blood that covered us.
Covered you out of that wrath.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what the death angel came, Yahweh Shai came over and passed over you, because it was by the blood. It wasn't by the law. So it's literally the same thing now.
Perfect.
Okay, it's by the blood, like we read in Revelation 12. They overcame by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. Okay, which that's Yahweh, the blood and the spirit of Yahweh Shai.
You sure it wasn't? Did it say the law in there?
No, it's
Law
crazy.
too?
The promise was given before the law.
That's
it.
The law only showed us how bad we needed Yahweh Shai, man.
And it led us to Yahweh Shai.
It led us to Yahweh Shai. That's right. You have some? Okay.
Yeah, I had something real quick. This is Psalms 73. I'm just gonna kind of go to the point.
Yep.
Psalm 73 and 12 says, "Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches."
This is why Jake is linking their platforms to the wicked, the truth to the wicked. They're like, they're winning. Alazar got around Adam 22 and he probably saw how much he was bringing in. He was like, man,
I got to do this.
I got to do, this is, why would I follow the GMS and they saw something on the left hand and they were like, but overall, the ones that are really prospering are these elites.
Yeah.
Chris Rock said, if you really knew how much money these people were walking around with, you would lose your mind.
Hey, because that's why he was kissing Nate's ass.
Yeah.
He was hoping to get a piece of that pie.
Yep.
Instead, he got a piece of the devil's pie.
Yeah, he got paid.
Yeah.
Oh, dog.
Didn't Chris Rock in it, and when he made reference, Edomite woke up as Oprah to kill himself.
Yeah, Oprah's a low level on the grand scheme of
Oh,
things.
yeah.
LeBron, Michael Jordan, they're low level in the grand scheme of things.
These are billionaires, and even Apostle made an excellent point. Elon is low level, just due to the fact you got Edomites who are worth trillions.
Yeah, Elon, they trying to parade him around the richest man in the world. Not even close.
Yeah.
Pop Star, he made that observation.
Yeah.
He said that them guys are like Bill Gates and them. Those are just middlemen.
They're faces of the act. They're just faces that they're put in front of you, but they actually work for hire.
Yeah.
The Chaldeans, and when you go into the Chaldeans, which were the witches and warlocks of the Neo-Babylonian Empire, originally it was Nebuchadnezzar ruling, but pretty much through their witchcraft and through their wealth, they pretty much bought out. They pretty much became rulers. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna do a lesson on it because that's pretty much what you see happening.
Oligarchy.
Oligarchy. There you go.
Oligarchy.
Yep.
Hey, you don't. A person, just a regular commoner, don't go up to the king.
No.
You got to go through the ambassadors and different
Yeah.
other, heads before you can even get to the king.
Yep.
That's right.
What you want, what you need,
Yep.
what you need to see the king for.
Right. So the presidency, all of these things have been bought out by these witches and warlocks now, and they're the ones that are, they're getting ready to do away with your constitution. Technocracy is getting ready to be set up.
And it's,
Yep. No, what? You got something?
well, you have the